Coming to you from sunny Orlando, Florida. Welcome to the Paperstac Podcast, where we cover current topics in the note industry, give you tactics for your note business, and talk with industry leaders to make you a better note investor. And now, your hosts, Brett Berkey and Rick Allen.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Brett. This is Rick, and we're here for another Paperstac Podcast.
The pool edition.
The pool edition. This is
This is actually the Friday afternoon edition.
That's right.
I think kids are playing in the pool, and thought we'd do a little fill-in.
Yeah, we missed last week. We had to move the offices around, and just things got ahead of us, and a lot of stuff. A lot of cool things happen on the Paperstac platform. This is going to be an update, mostly of what we've seen, where we're going. Just some
a little hodgepodge of everything, I think, with what's going on right now in the market. It seems like the market's recovering great. Geez, I saw the Dow today ran 800 points. It's up at 20 and change. Yeah. And it's just, wow, it's looking good on the platform. Actually, you guys be excited about this. This was popular last year, and we didn't get to do the end of the year market report because honestly, we're overworked right now, but we have the mid-year market report coming out. We started working on the numbers, and even with the COVID numbers, it's still been pretty good. We have some great insights right now. So that's coming out shortly.
Yeah, that's exciting. That took a little bit to compile, but once we get it done, we're going to be getting some opinions from some industry experts and seeing what they have to say. But it's going to be fun because I think we did it this time last year. And people always ask, when's the market report coming out? I'm like, soon. It's coming out soon. And it literally is coming out soon. Next week, it'll be out, and we'll have something for people to see. And that'll be great. Besides that,
mark your calendars, middle of July. We don't have the exact date yet, but middle of July, there'll be a 3-part webinar series in conjunction with Paperstac, MWM Fund, and Provident Trust, Self-Directed IRA Custodian, and Kevin Shortell will be doing some teaching, some schooling, some knowledging. So you'll have a chance to get out there, some free education, and learn how you can put all the pieces of the puzzle together. As you hear, I'm being called right now, Data. What's that, buddy? You're getting big, man. He's on his flat feet.
Yeah. This is Daddy Daycare right now.
Daddy Daycare right now, letting him swim. We have a tropical storm.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel more like a weather reporter than down there in the, hey, what do we have coming in? Type thing.
Who's the guy it's real when he shows up at the...
I've heard that. I forget the guy's name. Yeah. But some other cool things is that if you've been on the site, slowly but surely, the site's going good for mobile. So soon you'll be able to access the site perfectly on the mobile phone. Transactions will look great on the mobile phone.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the mobile thing is great. Right now, or up until now, it's been a bit of a beast to do stuff on mobile as a user of the platform also, I know. And so it's going to end up being about a 6-week overhaul of the platform to make it mobile friendly. So front to back, anything and everything you do on the platform should be mobile friendly. The way you list assets is going to get touched. It's a little confusing. You get overhaul there. So that's going to be great. And that should I think that by the time this is launched, that should be rolling out. So we're about a week and a half, 2 weeks out on that.
Mike's got the design layouts, and what he's coming up with is basically, think of it as this is transactions part 2. All the stuff we launched the first time, we squashed that, came out with transaction, the timeline, all that stuff like that. Now this is like all the stuff we've learned from everyone saying, hey, I need to have this done, or I wish I did this, and all these like the restructure and reformatting. Mike's like, when we get to it, we're going to change those things. And the first touch is going to be this mobile, and we're going to add some of that's there. But then he's going to do, once that's all done, when we do the closings, that's when like all kinds of crazy stuff gets done. Wraps. I'm excited for wraps.
Yes, wraps are coming there. We're calling it Charlie proofing it. We have a user on there, Charlie, who needs a lot of hand holding. And if we figured if Charlie can do it, then anybody can do it. Charlie, if you're watching this, we love you, buddy.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that. Just a lot of great stuff going on. After we finish that, it's time for breaking out closings, which is going to be, that's going to be good. So you don't have to just have your stuff on the marketplace. You can take advantage of our transaction flow, escrow, audit, stuff like that. All the stuff you love about Paperstac, you can do it without having your assets in there, and it'll be a la carte pricing. And you're, like we said, Daddy Daycare. So smile, you're on camera. This is my daughter, Grace. Wave, Grace. It's
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that we both live in the same neighborhood. about it. It's funny though, like when we used to work downtown, and we'd still work downtown, but just not as much with all this stuff going on. I wouldn't see him at all until, because we'd be working together all day, and then I wouldn't see him on the weekends or whatever. Now we come down here and hang out at the pool. The kids play. They all like each other. It's lots of fun. Good stuff.
That's good. So after closings comes REO. That's what's next after closing. So we've got the rest of the year planned out, and we'll round it out with an enterprise level transaction, something that we won't go into too much detail of that now, but that's going to be exciting, especially for some of the bigger guys to have their inventory on our platform is going to be great. We are seeing institutional guys on the platform right now. We have a huge transaction going through on our platform right now, which is big.
That's
We have, 2 other ones that are going through. So things are picking up.
Are you new to the mortgage note industry? Have you been wanting to learn the step-by-step process to purchase your first mortgage note? Well, you're in luck. We've convinced our CEO, Rick Allen, to break down everything he knows about mortgage note investing. Through a series of 50 videos, you'll get everything from start to finish of where to purchase notes, how to purchase notes, and all of Rick's investing techniques he has developed over the many years. From performing note tactics to non-performing notes, Rick gives you everything he knows about investing. Bonuses include our glossary of industry terms, Rick's own proprietary calculators he created to evaluate notes, discounts from our partners, our Rolodex of vendors, a private Facebook group, along with a lot more. We've packed so much content into the Academy to take you from beginner to expert in no time. To learn more about the Academy, go to academy.paperstac.com/welcome. Again, that is academy.paperstac.com/welcome.
What else, Brett?
Usually we give some education, but today we just figured we just need to get something out.
Yeah.
It's just because we've been busy. We got a lot of things coming with the mid-year market report, new transaction area. Still trying to keep up with everyone on the site. We've hit around 5,000.
We're approaching 5,000.
5,000 active users. So that's a lot. So, if you're a seller and you're looking to get rid of some of your notes, if it's good, it's getting gobbled up because that stuff is just definitely going. Seller finance stuff, I don't know why. I know why.
It's blowing out the door. It really is. It's just a little preview. Around 75% of all transactions on the platform were reperforming stuff or performing or reperforming. And the seller finance stuff is just crushing it. Stuff is really trading pretty high. It's north of 90% of asking price. You're talking mid 90s, 90, 91, 94, somewhere in there. We've had stuff. We've actually seen bidding wars going on in there. Yeah. That's been really good. Some of the things, 88% of all the transactions that went on the platform they took advantage of the audit, which is great.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's another thing. We're looking at bringing on a new vendor who would be able to provide full collateral audits, looking for gaps in the assignment at a la carte pricing, stuff like that. But it'll allow you to, if you want to start ordering your BPOs, you want to start ordering hey, I want somebody to look at the title for me. I want somebody to review the title, review the digital documents, make sure everything checks out. That should be coming summertime, end of summertime. I guess we're summer now.
And we didn't even mention that feature. There's a whole due diligence area that if you've been on the site and you click on the due diligence tab,
it's been coming soon for a year and a half. It's coming soon now.
Now it's coming soon.
Sooner. It's coming sooner.
Yeah, but it's going to be worked into the closings area where you'll be able to get BPOs, O&Es, other documents that you need for your closings. And you don't have to worry going to different vendors. You click, we have the ACH, your card, boom, it's done. It'll be slick.
Really looking forward to our next actual event we could go to.
Yeah, I guess it's PaperSource.
If PaperSource goes off in September, we'll be there. If not, it'll be, we're doing digital stuff, but it'll be probably Note School, Eddie Speed's event.
That's always fun.
Yeah, Note School's great.
That's one of my favorites.
That's how we were in the business, but that's Eddie Speed, and I guess Kevin was there at the time, but Eddie Speed's training really, that's what catapulted us from owning 15 loans to north of 100. And I did it pretty quickly. Educate. That would be my, get yourself some education. And you know what? I still even look at learning stuff today. I was actually considering doing Martin's 3-day. He's got something coming up. Just if for no other reason, just because, you know what? I just want to get out there and learn some more. It's always good to keep your skills sharp. And I just know that I would go in there and I would take away probably a handful of nuggets. That
It's also very seconds focused too.
it
right?
is seconds focused.
So you're very first position
We're
focused.
first position. So I consider doing that. But even on top of that, there's going to be some processes for due diligence that he's looked at that may tweak the way that I actually help sell stuff. So it's not always just about learning something that's going to help me on the buy side. A lot of times you get in there, keep educating because you can learn stuff that teaches you how to sell better.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Reading. Always got to be having a book. Never split the difference. It's a book that you should be.
First class. Yeah.
Yes, you
that
should.
one's
Yeah.
awesome.
That is great.
Great for daddy daycare too, because the kids, they negotiate. And if you know how to negotiate better, you won't win, but
It's one of those things where there's little subtle things that you can learn in this book that I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It's stuff that 1 or 2 chapters in, I started applying it immediately.
yeah.
And I was like, wow. So you see a difference and it's stuff that you didn't really know about, but you start doing it and you're like, this makes total sense. I wish I would have learned a little sooner, a little earlier. So yeah, that's a great one. What
That's
other
a good
ones?
Book-wise, I'm reading Measure What Matters. So if you have a company, for us, it makes sense. Maybe you can only set like certain, what do they even call them right now? But
KPIs or?
no, it's different than KPIs, but it's like a KPI, but it's different. It's how Google kind of set up what's important now. You can't do everything all the time.
No.
It makes sense for us as a software company to focus on measuring what matters. We want to do all this cool stuff. And if, for example, you as a user might have asked for a feature and you're like, golly, it takes them a while to put this shit together. There's other things and we got to measure what matters at that time. And
Yeah, it's a lot about, we look at stuff and unfortunately we don't have a ton of developers and you got to look at it and say, look, what's going to move the needle for us? Because the more we can move the needle for us, the more funding we get, the more features we can put out, the quicker the feature releases become whenever you have more funding, more developers. But also we have a mission in our head on where we're going, a grand goal. Anyways, you're saying, yeah, we look what's going to move the needle for us and help us achieve our ultimate goals. That's a good book to go look at. And everybody, what they're measuring is different. And what's important to us is not necessarily what's important to you. And you can apply it to your note business. And
we have to have the most important part with Measure What Matters is that it has to be, everyone on the team has to be about it. It's kind of like if one person's measuring what matters and not everyone else is doing it, it doesn't work. It's a team cohesive thing from the executives team that, hey, this is what works. This is what works for any business. Because then it's like setting goals, quarterly goals, and knowing that everyone's on board to hit that quarterly goal. If somebody kind of deviates, they're not part of what the measure what matters. It doesn't work because then my effort's not going towards that. And if Rick's going towards that and I'm not going towards the same thing,
what it reminds me of is for you guys, Finding Nemo. If you've ever seen Finding Nemo, have you seen Finding Nemo?
Jill Kids, I think I can recite it.
So at the end of it, at Finding Nemo, this big net scoops up all these fish. And there's, I think Nemo is in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And all the fish are trying to go all different ways. And the net's going up, it's pulling all these fish out of the ocean. And then Dory goes in and she gets all the fish's attention and they all start swimming down together.
Singing,
and when they start working down together,
keep swimming.
It snaps the thing.
Yeah.
But that's the same principle, right? It's like, look, if you're all focused on the same goal, the same target, you start going there, you can do some good stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good update. We just want to get something out. Hopefully we have a lot of downloads coming and keep it sweet and short and under 30 minutes. I don't have a watch on, but I'm sure
that was well under 30 minutes. This is a quick one. This is a snackable. This is something you can listen to.
Yeah.
We probably will type snackable into the thing so people understand snackable.
And then also too, we'll try to clean up the background audio.
Or we won't. Maybe you'll just enjoy a little walk in our shoes. All right.
That's it. Cheers to this episode.
Cheers.
Yep.
Have a good one.
See ya.